Joining us this afternoon, former Kilgore Bulldog, currently up in Arkansas at Arkansas Little Rock, Matthew Tyeskie. Matthew, what's going on, man? How are you?
What's happening? I'm blessed. How are you?
I can't complain. I can't complain, man. I want to talk to
Yes,
you
sir.
first. Let's I know you're a junior over there at Little Rock right now, and we'll talk kind of about the path to get there. But I want to start with the most recent thing. This past weekend over in LSU or at Baton Rouge at the LSU opener, you finished third. Your team finished third in the 4x100
Yes,
meter
sir.
relay. So and you missed all of last season, the outdoor track season, with an
Yes,
injury. So
sir.
your first outdoor race this year. Talk to me a little bit about how that race went and how you're feeling this year.
I'm feeling really well. Recovery off of the Achilles tear last year went really well, and so it was really speedy, and I'm really grateful for that. But no, we just had an opportunity, and the weather was great down there in Baton Rouge, and we just had an opportunity to go out there and compete at a high level. This year, training has been really well. Coach Bingy has done a really good job with us. We've been just putting our head down and working hard. So as far as the performance this past weekend, it was just a showcase and a testament to all the hard work we put in every single day. But it felt good. We had a lot of people do really good in their individual events. It was a good day to be a Trojan. Good day to be a competitor.
Well, you mentioned now. I knew that you were out last year with the injury. I didn't know it was an Achilles injury. So that's that.
Yeah,
Now
it was Achilles rupture.
I have some
Yeah,
questions now. I have some questions.
that's
So
fine.
we've been seeing a lot of, to me, I guess, a lot of Achilles injuries here recently with
Hmm.
NBA, NFL. A
Yeah.
lot of pro athletes with Achilles injuries. So going through one yourself, what is that process like, and how tough is the rehab to come back from an injury like that?
Oh, it's real tough. Let me put it like this. It's so abrupt. It's not like a hamstring or like maybe your knee hurts or something. Like once I tore it, there's nothing you can do. There's not icing or resting. Like once the tendon tears, you need surgery. And so I guess because I didn't have anything I could do for myself, it wasn't really stressing. I didn't really stress about it. It was kind of like, okay, well, we get surgery and now we just back to grinding, same as, anything else. But it's hard. Like once you tear it, your foot is completely dead, and so you have to learn how to walk on it again. You have to learn how to use your toes. Everything. It's just a lot of nerve endings that are severed, and you got to gain back. So it's really really tough. It was really challenging. It was the hardest part was probably the kindergarten level of things, or learning how to balance on my foot. Stuff you've been doing your whole life, and all of a sudden you can't do anymore. But nonetheless, it gave the rest of my body time to heal, and it's just. But yeah, you have to be really resilient to get through it.
That's mind blowing to me, and especially for like I know professional athletes and stuff. Any
Right.
athlete really uses that, but track like you you gotta have
Right.
your Achilles to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's an
That's
important
this.
part of
I'm
that.
a hurdler. I'm a hurdler. Y'all know I'm a hurdler. So it was my lead leg. So the first leg that comes down off the hurdle. Yeah. So yeah, it was tough because
Well,
even when I was able to run on it, I still wasn't able to hurdle how I wanted to because I would land just flat footed just because I didn't have enough strength in my calf. But it was definitely a process, and it's
how,
still an ongoing process.
are you? So are you? Because I know these Achilles injuries, you can come back and be healthy and ready to compete and still compete. Or
Right.
do you feel? Are you confident in it? Like, do you still have all the
Oh
confidence
yeah,
in
for
it?
sure,
Full. Okay.
for sure. And with anything, mentality is the biggest thing. So if you nurse it in your mind, it's not going to want to get better. But I never had a mental block ever. Like I
That's
knew I knew it's right when I tore it. That night I tore it, I knew right then I was going to be back. But
that.
I had confidence in it. It was a struggle in the indoor because my first race back, you competitor, you want to run as fast as you were before, and I was nowhere close to that. But just week by week, we got better and better, and I ended up being able to break my record, like PR in the indoor, and break the conference record. And
You're st-
so
you're still in my
it's
thunder,
proof in the
Matthew.
pudding.
You're still in my thunder, Matthew. That's where I was gonna
My
head
bad,
to
my
next.
bad.
No,
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get
you
there.
good. You
But
good.
yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah. I got
yeah.
confidence.
That's where I was going to next, though, because you mentioned the hurdling, and that's where I was going to go because
Hmm.
you talked about landing on that, and that's what
Right,
made me think of the confidence to be able to land and not
right.
worry about it again. But
Hmm.
you mentioned it, and you're correct. At the Ohio Valley Conference meet, you set the conference record there. You broke your own school record that you had set
Yes, sir.
with that one
Yeah.
with a 7.83 in the indoor 60-meter hurdle. So, talk to me about that process and when you broke that record, what was going through your mind and what were the emotions like?
It was to be honest, it was kind of a sigh of relief, but even more like a testament to like, yeah, you back, and this is to show you back, just for myself. You know what I mean? Like everyone else, whether you knew, we got a young team, so they don't really know how good I was. My freshman squad, the remaining of them, they know, but especially for myself, it was just like, no, you fine. Like this is the opportunity that you had to go out there and be something great, and you remain great, same as you've seen yourself be able to do in the past. So it's just a testament to the hard work. Shout out my surgeon, Chelsea Matthews. She's really one of the biggest reasons that I didn't worry about it, because she told me right out of surgery, she was like, I've done a lot of these. I've done a lot of these on elite athletes. You will be just fine. You will be back right back to being an elite. And so her security in that and her work, it made all the difference. And of course, my trainers, Miss Larson, and everybody else, my coaches. When I called my coach, I was kind of fretful. It's like, Coach, I just tore my Achilles, and the first thing he said, he was like, well, all right, man. Well, your comeback story it's gonna be even better. You know what I mean? And so I just had a big group, big family, big support system in it all. But yeah, I definitely felt good. I felt good to be able to provide points for my team and be the competitor I always knew, because it was hard missing out a whole year and knowing I can't give my team what I really wanted to give.
And that's got to be a confidence boost too, right? Like you come
For
back from
sure.
injury and then you're breaking records and setting records and stuff. That's got to
For
boost
sure.
it. And like you said, let you like I'm back. I'm good. I'm
Right.
ready to go, and I'm
Yeah.
back. Well, I want to go back to high school, to your time at in
Okay.
Kilgore, and I was looking online, and I believe you won a couple of state championships. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you won a couple of
Yeah.
state championships. I know you went. I think it's at a 5-time state finalist at Kilgore. So
Yeah.
talk to me
Yeah.
about your time at Kilgore and running track there and how it propelled you to Little Rock.
Yeah. It was good. I won one state championship, but I won Texas relay championship. So one is a state meet, one is like a big meet. But nonetheless, yeah. All shout outs to my head coach at that time, Philip Lane, Robert Cooley, Madeline Harris. Those were who allowed me to be as successful as I was on the track. They pushed us hard. The people in back in the day, even the older people, anybody who know, Coach Cooley, he was a mad scientist when it comes to the workout. So yeah, he just established grit. Um, like you said, the biggest thing is confidence. Like you can have all the workouts you can spend all the time. If you don't have the confidence, you won't be able to go out there and compete. But those three, they instill confidence in each and every single one of those runners, because they were like parents. Like it wasn't so much about you going out there and how many points you can have, as how much you able to develop into a good human being. And all the success will work out. And we had some really successful teams. We went out there and we got third in state with 5 people, 6 people. We won regionals with like 11, you know what I mean? But it was really, really fun. That's some of my fondest memories when it come to running track. I was a big football head, so I played football a lot. And track was kind of just, I always knew I was good at hurdles. So I knew that wherever I went, I wanted to play football, but if I do go play football, I'm going to have to run hurdles as well. But no, my time with Gilgore track was definitely amazing. It was really, really good.
Well, and the hurdles thing is what's was mind blowing to me because I ran track myself and I
Mhm.
couldn't get talk about mental blocks. I couldn't get past that mental
Yeah,
block of the steps. It's a science to running hurdles.
yeah,
The timing of the steps and making sure you got the
right.
steps right, leaping over. How obviously you said in high school you knew that you wanted to do hurdles, but how much time and energy did you put into to really mastering the craft of hurdling and getting that rhythm down and kind of talk about the specifics of hurdling. Like what makes a good hurdler, do
Right.
you think?
Um, Shout out Coach Cole. Our seventh grade year, you get all the kids out there and you just have them do stuff. I was just naturally good at going over the hurdles. Like my lead leg, I didn't hop. I was a naturally good hurdle. So once I understood that, and like I said, you have coaches that know you're good, you're good, you're good. I like stuff being complex. I like stuff being challenging and minute details and stuff. So I just kind of drawn towards what I need to do to get better at this. Coach Harris, she's a really good hurdle coach. She taught me a lot about how important it is for you to even flex your toe on your trail leg, or flex your toes when you going over your lead leg, or bending at the hip, doing all the other stuff. So I had a lot of people to hold me accountable for it. Like I just now, when I got to college, actually starting to being really a student of it, like researching, watching videos on my own. But as far as like it's a lot of stuff. And what taught me the most is the fact that even in your drills, you have to pay attention to everything you do, or you will fall on your face. Like you have to be paying attention to everything. It's not like an open event to where you can just run and you don't have an obstacle. You have an
Yeah.
obstacle in your face, and reps and reps and reps is how you build that confidence. Like I'll be watching my mama send me videos from way back when I was in middle school, and I sucked. Like I was winning, but I was so bad. The form was terrible, but just reps and reps and reps. And yeah, it's really important that you do the small things down to a T, even in your warm ups, because in hurdles you practice the slow movements of
Hmm.
race pace, but you do them so often. You If you get so good, your race pace, high speed will look just like your form does when it's slow. Because it's easier to have perfect form when you're doing things slow,
Yeah.
and less octane. But yeah, you have to pay attention to everything you do,
I,
down to your arm, down to how you breathe, everything.
don't get me wrong. I love watching. Like I was the sprinter too, so I ran the 100 and the
Yeah,
200 stuff like that. So I love
yeah,
watching the 100-meter dash, 200-meter. There's
right,
something about like watching good hurdlers where it's just
yeah,
it's art. Like it's beautiful to
yeah.
watch the synchronization of everything. So that's awesome. I do want to ask you. You talked about that injury that you had to go through in the rehab and all
Mhm.
that. So obviously, you mentioned the support you had there,
Right.
not just there, but the support. Talk about the support from the Kilgore community. We did this story on you winning a bronze medal. This thing absolutely blew up on Facebook
Yeah.
with support everywhere. So talk to
Hmm.
me a little bit about that support that you get and what that means to you.
I've always got love for my city, and that's why even when I come up here, they probably can't stand it because I came up here with my cousin Cameron Jackson. He ran at Kilgore too. He's really good, but I'm gonna put on for my city. Like I'm gonna absolutely rep my town because they rep me. Like I've never felt like I can't come back home. Even when I came back home from surgery, people would check up on me or pull up on me. I'm still keep in touch with all of my classmates. I just get love from the city. They always push you. Always push it. Always make sure you're on the right track. It's just a big family, and granted, it's so small. A lot of us are related, so it's not hard. It's not hard at all. But it's a home. Like it's honestly a home. It's nothing you feel like you have to get out away from. It's more so I got to get out to make the city proud, to make the people who poured into me when I was in the city proud. So, it was the biggest thing. It's the biggest thing. Like I probably and y'all might not believe it. I probably had the most fun when I was down out of my surgery. Like chilling with my mama,
Yeah,
chilling with my pops, and just coming down and being down with family. It allowed me to just have fun,
that may have helped the
have
rehab
fun.
process, right? I mean,
It definitely did. That was the
the good
biggest thing. It
vibes and
definitely
all that.
did. Coach Fuller and all the coaches up there at the high school, they allowed me their training facility.
Yeah.
Like I was able to go to the track when I needed to, and that was a big thing because I was back at home, and so I needed to still continue my rehab. But they encouraged me. I had open doors, and it's nothing but love. I
Yeah,
have nothing but good things to say about where I'm from.
that's the best thing too. It takes a village,
Yeah.
right? Nobody does it on their own, and
Absolutely.
it's a community support. Speaking of being in Texas, you got your next couple track meets are in Texas, right? Prairie View
Oh
A&M
yeah.
relays coming up on Friday, and then next week
Yep.
you're at in NAC at SFA. So how cool is it when you get track meets in Texas? Do you have family that comes out there and watches you, and how
For
much do you
sure.
like those track meets in Texas?
Oh, I love them. You can't do because your competition is probably somewhere from Texas. You can't get no competitive in Texas, so you always know it's gonna be smoke. You always know it's gonna be an opportunity for you to, for one, see your family, which is always good and breaks up the monotony of being in college and always ripping and running. But most importantly, just representing, like not even your city, but just your state as a whole. Because the majority of my team up here in Little Rock is from Texas. And so we love going back home. You get to see your people. You feel good. You getting your hair done. You got a haircut to see your people, and you feel good. The weather's great. It's always great. You get to see classmates you might have seen in high school that went to another school in Texas, and it's like a homecoming every single time we have a meet in Texas.
Well, you got a couple of them coming up. You got one Friday and you
Yeah.
got one next week, so it's going to be some home
So,
cooking there. How much
okay.
time do y'all spend? You say you got a lot of Texas athletes on the team. How
Mhm.
much time do y'all spend trash talking the other players on the team about Texas? Because you just mentioned it, Texas is the best for,
Yeah.
and I agree with you
Yeah.
wholeheartedly. I just want to
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
how much pushback is there from the rest of the team?
Um, Not much because majority rules and the proof in the pudding. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you look at our best competitors, they probably from Texas.
yeah.
You know, in some form or fashion. And what's so cool about it is a couple of us ran together in high school when we was in Texas. A lot of us competed with each other, so it's like a big family reunion when you go up here. But yeah, it's no debate. Everybody knows Texas do it the best. So
I could not have said it better myself. Well, Matthew, I appreciate you joining us today, man. Best of
I
luck throughout the
appreciate
rest
y'all.
of the season. Congratulations on all the success you've already had, and I'm sure
Thank
we'll
you.
talk to you down the road.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll holler at y'all soon. I appreciate y'all. You have a blessed one.
All right, Matthew, have a good one, buddy.